We're back and we're talking to Mr. Legendary. I had other plans today. I had other things I wanted to talk about. But it was brought to my attention that I need to speak on the men a little bit more. And I thought about it. And I thought about it. And I thought about it. And to be honest, I couldn't find things that were important enough to discuss, because men have been told since birth that we have to build value. Men have been told since females started dating us that you need to get your money right in order to date females. And of course, we have our outliers. We have some men that literally say, we don't care. We're not going to do it. We're just going to do what we want and hope for the best. And what has happened is you still have females that still sleep with those men, giving them the little bit of power that they have, to the point that they think, you know what, I got a baby mama. She let me use the car and come sleep here and eat the kids' food and snacks. I don't got to get better. So, of course, those are the outliers. But let's address majority of the men. Majority of the men, they know what they got to do. Whether they do it or not, but we know. And what we're not doing is we're not changing. Men over the past 50 years have traditionally not changed much. We have the same standards. We have the same goals. We have pretty much the same weight and obesity records. We're not doing too much changing. But you know what is changing? Back in around the 1980s, college students used to be able to get married. And they used to be able to build together with the expectancy that, you know what, we're going to make this work. And what has changed is, in 2021, you can have young men and young women sitting in the same class together, and those same young women will be looking at those young men and say, you know what, you're not good enough for me. You don't make enough money for me, and you can't support the lifestyle that I want to live. And what men have understood is that, you know what, I'm probably going to wait till I'm about 30, until I'm in the right spot, until I'm able to live the lifestyle that these women want. We've shunned young men. We've told young men that there's pretty much nothing you can do besides trying to get a quick buck, which is involved in becoming an athlete or selling drugs. That's what we've told young men. And why is it like that? Because the women have told us this. The women have told young men, because as I stated in my video yesterday, at the age of 20, we can't do nothing. Y'all don't want to do nothing with us. Y'all don't want to deal with us because we ain't got nothing. And unfortunately, we got to build that up. Where am I going with this? I said in the previous show that men have been censored. Men, we've lost our voice. We've lost the ability to communicate with each other. There is no TV shows. There's no channels. There is no spaces where sons, brothers, uncles, fathers can go and watch a daytime TV show, a nighttime TV show, and listen to men speaking to other men about men's issues. There's nowhere we can go to find this. And if you can, I challenge you to go ahead and comment down below. Please let me know where it's at. Because you know what I did? I did a Google search. I wanted to test that theory out for myself. So I went on Google, and as you can see here, I typed in men's talk shows, and look what came up. Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer, Jimmy Kimmel, and Maury. These are the men's talk shows. This is what we have representing men. Now I know y'all thinking like, okay, we all watch those. Let me show you what popped up when I went on ahead and typed in women talk shows. Boom. The View, 24 seasons. Tyra, 5 seasons, and Oprah, 25 seasons. Now, seasons don't matter. The point is, I guarantee you as a woman, you watch these episodes and you probably said, you know what? They speaking about something that I just went through. They speaking about some stuff that I needed to hear. These are women talking to other women about women's issues. Y'all have that. But you know what you don't have from these women? Is them speaking the truth about obesity between our women. About these unrealistic standards that we have between our women. We don't have that. So what I decided to do with my YouTube channel is fill in a void. I wanted to fill in a need. We have a need and a void for men to speak on men issues, and we have a need and a void for men or women to really speak on what's going on with our women. Because I love women and I don't want to see women continue to go on the path that we're on. This is destructive. This is crazy. And if you don't believe me, don't worry. Mr. Legendary then learned how to edit videos, and we got a video for you coming up right now. So if you thought you seen it all, you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we have a round table of 5 black women. Do you know what they're talking about? I'm not even gonna say anything else. I'm gonna let them tell you.
And I think it's hard to be the mother of girls as a woman, and I also think that it's challenging to raise feminist boys.
Having a son, I think of how I want him to be as a man. And I mean, I want to allow him freedom to develop into who he is, but there are certain things that I feel like are important. He needs to be, a gentleman and be, there's a confident, but, still sensitive to what a woman needs, and then, but still, care about what he needs too. And then I just feel like as a mom, it is my job to ensure that he grows up to be somebody that,
is nurturing to the women in his life. Yeah.
Precise.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is why I speak to women. Because there's women out here who truly believe that raising a man has to do with how he interacts with women. Scratch all of the stuff that makes a man a man. They are equating a man being a man with how he interacts with women. And this is sick. Let's let it continue.
Yeah, and I don't know if you feel that way about Judah, but I think it's important.
I do, and I think it's hard to be the mother of girls as a woman, and I also think that it's challenging to raise feminist boys.
Right.
That is, I think, specifically our job as women, to boys, to raise feminist sons.
Yes.
And it's been a complete awakening, I'd say, for, myself, my husband, my family. It's just, the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, he can be soft, he can be strong.
Right.
He can be gentle, and he can also be, very masculine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's a beautiful thing. And when we give boys room to show their full range of emotion, that gives them the ability to be open to the full range of emotion that women show. Because, women are a lot more open with their emotion 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
These 5 black women are having a discussion on boys, and they're telling us that they believe that by teaching them femininity, that you'll get a boy who can flip a switch and be able to act feminine and flip it again and be able to act masculine. These women are under the impression that they'll have the outlier. They all believe they'll have the outlier. They all believe that they will, the way they're going about this is they'll have that man that none of us have been able to find, that will be able to have all the good masculine traits from a man and all the good feminine traits of a female. And apparently they'll have none of the bad. This is why I speak on females. Because this is the type of things that we have in our society. These are the type of women that are shaping the men that are coming up. Let's let it play some more.
Absolutely.
I feel like you have the support from your partners in that, in raising a feminist son.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
It does take a little educating other people. I mean, I can't expect other people to treat my son a certain way, if they're the way that they are. But, I do kind of, like with our parents, it's okay that he wants to paint his nails. It's cool. He's a boy. I don't think making him feel like he's doing something wrong by expressing himself or, doing anything that would be perceived as feminine is okay.
Right. Or that, and it also.
See, and this is again where we gotta draw the line, because it's not so much that teaching a boy that what he's doing is wrong, but we need to let them know that that's just not what boys do. And what this society, because I've seen this all over the place. I literally just saw a rapper that got the full petty and was moving his hand like this with his nails done, showing how he had his fingers. He had them painted. He had the nails that they put on him on. They had the full battle rattle. And more than likely, one of these women raised him and told him, it's okay, you can do it all. But what most of you aren't understanding is that you do not get the best of both traits. You do not get to pick and choose which part of the trait you're going to get. Either you're feminine or you're masculine. There is no in between. Show me the outlier. Show me the outlier that's feminine and masculine. We don't have them. But these women, these 5 women who have never seen this done before, are going to tell you that they're able to do it. That they're able to have that man who can be strong enough to go fix the car and then turn around and help you do your petty when you need him to help. Let's let it play a little more.
Shows them that they can express themselves, period. They don't have to express themselves in this way.
Right.
Like, I see so many little boys, my son's friends, who will maybe have their nails painted or have a flower in their hair or have a pink shirt. And I'm mentioning, like, intrinsically feminine things that they're into, just to show, like, boys can have a feminine side and they can also have a masculine side. It's so important for them to be in touch with both. Exactly.
Yes.
And so I was going to say, even in dating, right? Like allowing the space for your partner or person to have a wide range of emotions or like really express themselves, especially nowadays. It's I don't know. It just seems difficult. I don't know if you dealt with that in dating.
Or I think some people just need to express themselves in all ways, in shape or form. Sexuality, we have this stereotype as if young women can explore their sexuality, but young men can't, and then that's perpetuated in relationships where it's.
I can't listen to no more. I refuse to listen anymore. I'm done with it. I can't. And it's not. It's not so much to say that I'm against men doing these type of things if that's what they choose to do. But what we're going to end up with is a lack of masculinity, because again, these females are here trying to teach us that you can have the best of both traits, and I'm here to tell you as a man, you cannot. Once you have femininity, one of them will take over, and one of them will be the dominant trait. You're either going to be feminine or you're going to be masculine. You can't flip a switch and turn it on and off. We're going to be our own doom here by things like this. But again, this is why I'm here. This is why I do what I do, because this is not what we should be teaching our men. And it starts with the mothers and the women sitting at this table. But we're going to go ahead and get into our next video. And our next video, as you can see, needs no introduction. We're going to say it anyway. A man has to pay child support for a child that has been proven by DNA testing to not be his. But of course, we're not going to sit up here and keep hearing my mouth. We're going to talk about it. And I want y'all to just be patient, because of course everything has to tie in. And this ultimately has to do with a woman. But let's let the story tell itself.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him, except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad.
Why do we have laws like this in place? Who put laws like this in place to where a man can be biologically? That should have been the end of the story. That we took a DNA test and it's not his. But the fact that we have laws that will still penalize this man and have him on the hook to pay for a child that we've proven isn't his. Let's keep letting the story unfold, though.
Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared, because I've been before this judge before.
But this time, he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you.
He won't go to jail for now until we get all this stuff situated.
Thank Ms. Harris, and hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his, because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
Who put these laws in place? Do you honestly think that a man said, you know what? As whatever name the female puts on that paper, we making them liable for child support just because she put it. That's what we gonna do. Whatever she put, we gonna believe her. You think a man said that? Do you? Let's let it keep playing.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get the sister.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work. My money is being threatened to be taken.
Carnell isn't just worried about how this is impacting him. He says the law needs to be changed, so when this happens, as it often does, other men don't become dad by default.
We can be defaulted into being a father of a child that is not ours. I don't understand that law, but it is a law.
This is sick. This again is a system of laws that have been put into place by women. This, of course, is a bunch of systems that we've put in place for I don't blame her. I don't blame the woman because she's trying to get it by any means. She's trying to get it the best way she knows, which is just to play the system. Someone told her that you have to put a name down in order for your child to receive benefits. You have to put a name down. Now, I do blame her for not putting the father's name down or not knowing the right person's name to put down. But I don't blame her for saying, you know what? Either I put something or my baby starve. Because she's forced to make that decision because we have a messed up system. We have a messed up system in place to where you can name a person who you haven't had sexual relations with, and they can be on the hook to pay for child support. And you know what's crazy? We don't have a penalization system for the liars. This man is going to be in and out of court fighting for his freedom. And the person who accused him of it is going to be perfectly fine. Nothing is going to happen to her. She's literally on camera admitting, I did it. And nothing is going to be done to her. But all the time that he spent coming back to court, probably missing work, all the time that he spent paying for gas, paying for whatever he needs to do to come back and forth here, all the time he spent trying to fix his credit, because this stuff is attacking your credit, this stuff is attacking your name. And the judge had the nerve to say, you're not going to go to jail today. And y'all wonder why I speak on women. Y'all wonder why I speak on men's issues. Because these are your sons, your fathers, your brothers, your uncle, your man. This could have been your man going through this, and he ain't never even touched this female. This could be tearing your family apart, but she lied. And y'all wonder why I speak on the issues, because nobody else is going to do it. The men talk shows, the Maury, the Jerry Springer, they're not talking about this. Dr. Phil not talking about this. And you want to know who else not talking about it? The View, the Oprah, the Tyra. They're not talking about this. The Real. They're not bringing this up. They're not bringing up the things that women need to fix. Nobody's attacking these things. So this is why I have to, it's my civic duty to bring up these things that we all universally know are wrong. We're going to continue to do it. Hit the like button. Comment. Tell me where I went right. Tell me where I went wrong. Just know over here, we argue facts, not emotions. And I'm out.